Okay, my second video for this topic regarding my supposed disqualification for not voting in the 2019 and 2022 elections. Okay? Anyway, ngayon na in-open up yung discussion that you're talking about it, well, I might as well share some of my insights about it. Okay, so as I said in my earlier video, there is no ground to disqualify me. Okay, I qualify. I'm overqualified. I mean, uh, based on the standards sa 1987 Constitution. Okay, a natural born citizen, 25 years old, able to read and write, registered voter, a resident thereof, 1 year prior to the time, what you call this, prior to the time of the election. Okay, so anyway, mahilig naman tayo mag give ng ideas is part of the process na mag-give ng ideas regarding qualifications. Okay, we've all heard that many seek na dapat college graduate yung kandidato, dapat ganito yung kandidato, dapat more than 3 years resident, or what you call this, hindi dapat TikToker, or hindi dapat influencer, yung mga ganun ba, okay? Or there should be a neuropsychological test or a fitness test. Oh, well, that's nice. Okay, that's good. That's a good part of the discussion. Or ano pa, may mga qualification. Should not be a part of a political dynasty. Mga ganyan na discussion. So anyway, that's healthy naman. So nung sinabi sa akin about it, I was not upset. I was just amazed because you're wasting time on me. Anyway, so if you're seeking on wasting your time talking about an inexistent rule that a candidate should be disqualified for a position because he failed to vote in the past 2 elections, that's good as a discussion. Okay, again, in-explain ko rin dun sa earlier video na it is an admirable exercise of civic duty at saka participation in our system yung pagboboto. Okay? Pero there are certain bad things kasi, violation of certain rights kung impose natin yung mandatory voting, or worse, to impose penalties for not voting. Okay, may mga ibang bansa na ginawa na nila yon. But I think, given the nature of being a Filipino, that's not good. Okay, because a lot of us, we love our jobs. Mas okay pa na magtrabaho tayo kaysa pumila sa presinto. Okay, mas okay pa na magsilbi ka dun sa amo mo, sa abroad or something, rather than you go to the whatever po dun sa consulate para bumoto. Okay, or waste your time what you call this, doing this electronic voting. Baka mamaya is di mo pa magawa yung trabaho mo, or yung inaalagaan mong bata might have an accident. Okay, but anyway, it's what you're doing na you're discussing about this so-called disqualification. It's good for the process. Okay, ako naman, okay, I'd like to share rin naman yung parang yung sa tingin ko is some added practical requirements na pwede natin insert, okay, sa requirements for being a candidate. Okay, for being a candidate for elections. Okay, medyo limited kasi yung nasa batas. Okay, some of you kasi are thinking the drug test or something. Yes, of course, that's good, yeah. But if you check the law in 1987, okay, wala pa dun yung drugs law. In other words, wala pa yung current schedule of prohibited drugs na I think that was made only in the 90s. During the making of the 1987 Constitution, I think what is in the penal code is opioids. Okay, and I think opioids and some psychedelics siguro, yeah. Pero it's not that broad and extensive as the list in the Dangerous Drugs Act. Okay, so if you want that kind of requirement, okay, I'm good for that. Yeah, it can be proposed. Yeah. If there's one, if they would like to challenge me on that, no problem. Yeah, not hiding anything. Okay, for me, if we're going to add requirements, okay, here are my proposals. Okay, income tax returns in the past 5 years. Pero covered dun yung mga, kasi di ba, lalo na kung Congress is 25 years old. So, kung 25 years old ka, so since 20 years old ka, okay, 20, yan. Kung kunyari 40 years old ka nag-run, siguro from the age of 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, mga ganyan. Sana i-impose natin yung income tax returns, the publication of the income tax returns para makita natin, okay? Kasi marami kang matututunan sa income tax returns, okay? Not just kung okay yung tao dito sa pera, or makita mo rin doon kung yung taong iboboto mo is nagbabayad ng tamang buwis. Okay, yun pala, dinodoktor lahat. Ang daling mag-doktor, okay? All accountants know about that, okay? Nagdodoktor ng mga income tax returns nila. Alangan naman na, for example, is kilalang negosyante, okay? Kilalang negosyante, tapos mag-run ng position sa Congress, sabay, yung 5 years na income tax returns, dinoktor lahat, okay? May ang daming hindi na-declare, okay? I think that is a requirement. Kasi, you know what, now, 2024, mas matalino yung population kaysa, of course, in 1987 during the Constitution. Kasi, of course, wala pa yung mga smartphones noon. There's no information age yet. People believe in all sorts of tikbalang, aswang, mangkukulam, blah, blah, blah. That's not that developed. Hindi pa tayo ganun as a society, as a culture, hindi pa tayo ganun ka-develop yan. Pero right now, kaya natin kilatasin to scrutinize, I'm sorry, I cannot get the right Tagalog word, to scrutinize yung mga income tax returns ng mga kandidato natin. It's nice. In addition to the drug test, we can insist income tax returns. Included rin sa income tax returns is, of course, yung mga certain developments in corporate law. So, baka yung kandidato may mga one-person corporation siya, may mga family estate corporation siya. Like, for example, Harry Roque, it was exposed. He had been using his own family corporations, yeah. And then, yung mga corporations na malalaki yung mga shares niya, okay, so, or nasa director siya ng corporation. So, lahat ng mga yun kailangan ma-open up for the population to better understand yung mga kandidato nila. Okay, another thing na pwedeng makita rin sa income tax return are the audited financial statements. Makita rin, of course, under oath yung mga accountant dito, kung nagsinungaling sila, pwede sila matanggalan ng lisensya sa Professional Regulation Commission. Makita doon yung mga utang ng mga kandidato. Kasi baka mamaya kompromiso pala yung kandidato mo. Puro utang pala, for example, sa developer, di ba? Puro utang siya kay developer A ng Baguio. Si developer A, siya pala ang nagpondo ng paggawa ng bahay niya sa Camp 7 or pagbili ng Land Cruiser niya or binigyan siya ng 2 condo. Okay, so yun, kailangan natin maungkat yun. Check natin. Kasi these are yung mga utang-utang na to, these can have real world consequences sa mga Baguio residents, Baguio constituents. Kasi kung yung tao is, sa word ng mga bankers, overexposed sa isang bangko, financier, Igorot man or Bombay, baka compromise na yan. So, madaling makontrol na nung, ni Bombay or nung financer, okay, nung Igorot financer or something, yung tao or yung Chinese financer, yung kandidato, kung nasa posisyon na siya. Lalo na, for example, kung hawak nito is Committee on Lands, okay? Kailangan mabuksan lahat mga yan. Okay, for example, si kandidato may Land Cruiser, okay? Tapos no, na amortization yan, let's say 5 years to pay, nasa 150,000 plus a month, okay? So, kailangan natin buksan yan kung sino nag-finance niyan, okay? Or kung fully paid yan, makikita rin naman sa income tax returns eh. Ang point ko lang, if we're going to make requirements, we make yung intelligent ones na requirements for a candidate, okay? Hindi yung mga academic or tipong pang-asar ng mga requirements like he should have voted fully in all the elections since he turned 18 or since he is residing in the Republic of the Philippines, okay? Not fair. Okay, so let's go to the practical ones, okay? Kung, again, sa drug test, and then showing of income tax returns, audited financial statements ng mga kandidato in the past 5 years. Okay? Of course, marami mag-object dyan kasi marami silang tinatago. Mga iba dyan, pinapondohan ng mga nakautangan nilang mga financiers, nakautang sila dahil sa mga palot nila, kasi kaka-entry nila, 'di ba? Or sa casino, or niregaluhan something kasi inapprovean sa AO 504 yung titling, 'di ba? So marami. Hindi tayo papayag na yung uupo is compromised. May utang kay ganyan, may utang kay ganito. Paano na lang? Paano na lang yan kung yun pala is ang laki ng utang niya kay, let's say for example, sa taong ito. Okay. And then, mautak naman tayo eh. So, i-compute mo na lang. So, paano niya babayaran yun? Diba? With only X amount of sweldo, na kung makukuha niya, let's say for example sa Congress, it's only, if I'm not mistaken, it's around 300 plus maybe office savings. You can go, I don't know, they just told me about it, parang 200, diba? Sabay malalaman mo yung utang is, oh my God, in the 50 or 30 million or even 70, 100 million. Magtaka ka na doon. Delikado na yun kung compromise na yung kandidato mo, given pa dito sa Pilipinas. Okay? Utang na loob is an ingrained concept, okay? While it has, the word utang na loob has an equivalent in the English language and other languages, even Chinese, Mandarin. Yung utang na loob is very much ingrained. So, baka yung compromise na politician mo, yung puro utang na politician mo, or yung kandidato mo, mas papanigan niya yung nag-finance sa kanya or nagpautang sa kanya ng sandamakmak. Okay? Kailangan natin yun. So that's one, and that was one requirement. Next, relatives in the government. I have nothing to hide. I only have one. Okay, it's my brother. We all know that, okay, relatives in the government. We also need to know who kasi nga very familial and clannish ang Filipino. Okay? So we need to know yung mga relatives also ng mga candidates. Okay? Kasi required yan if magka-file na sila ng mga SALN nila. Or I think if they won or during that fiscal year, pero it should be a requirement it should be made a requirement kung mag-file ka ng certificate of candidacy mo in any elected post. So at least makita natin, okay? Whether we like it or not, family is still family. Blood is thicker than water. So there might be instances wherein the position of someone might compromise or might cause some problems with the candidate. Okay? Now, hindi naman sa extreme, pero we can cite a lot of examples. You can check this one sa lawfield.net or other law websites, okay, that a certain government person hindi niya ni-reveal yung mga relatives, nagkanda leche, okay, of course, there can be a lot of issues on that, okay. So these are my suggestions if we want to add more requirements sa filing of certificate of candidacy or qualification of someone running for Congress or any elected position. I think I said my piece. Kung may mga tanong, just message me. I'm very much willing to answer those queries. Okay, but for me right now, I have tons of work to do. See ya.